When Ion learned how to let go, it was already too late. The last message from Sarah sat unread for 3 days, glowing silently on his phone like a small, patient star. He told himself he was busy, that work and life had swallowed him whole. The truth was crueler. He was afraid. Afraid that opening it would mean accepting what he had felt for months, that love, once so warm, had begun to fade. They had met 5 years ago on a rainy evening, sharing a bench at a bus stop. Sarah laughed at the sky, at the chaos of the rain, at nothing and everything. Ion fell in love with that laughter, the kind that made the world feel lighter. They built a life from simple things: late-night tea, half-written poems, promises whispered in the dark. But time has a quiet way of changing people. Ion grew distant, not because he stopped loving her, but because he stopped showing it. He thought love was something that stayed on its own, like a locked door that never needed checking. Sarah noticed everything: the missed calls, the silences, the way his eyes no longer searched for her in a crowded room. She tried to save them. She spoke gently at first, then with tears, then with tired acceptance. "I just want to feel chosen," she once said. Ion nodded, held her hand, and promised to do better. He meant it every time. He just never followed through. The night she left, there was no shouting. Just a folded letter on the table and the sound of a door closing softly, as if she didn't want to disturb his peace. Now, standing alone in their empty apartment, Ion finally opened the message. "I still love you," it read. "But loving you shouldn't hurt this much. If you ever read this, I hope you understand. I didn't leave because I stopped caring. I left because I cared too much." His hands trembled. The room felt heavier, like the walls themselves were grieving. He replayed every moment he chose silence over effort, comfort over courage. Love hadn't left him. He had abandoned it. Days turned into weeks. He sent messages that were never replied to. He wrote apologies that had no address. Sarah had moved on, not to another person, but to herself. One evening, Ion sat at the same bus stop where they first met. Rain began to fall, soft and familiar. For a moment, he imagined her beside him, laughing at the sky. But the bench remained empty. That was when he understood. Heartbreak isn't always losing someone. Sometimes, it's realizing they were waiting for you to choose them, and you never did.